Hey, beautiful humans. I was not going to do a video today. However, I had this beautiful comment on the video that I did yesterday, and it just created all of these thoughts and ideas, and I didn't want to lose them. And I was writing it down, and I thought, no, why don't I just jump on and do a video in the now moment while my brain is having a conniption? So here we are. I want to read. Let me just bring it up quickly. I want to read what this beautiful human said. This is about my video yesterday, which was about likes and approval and likes and comments and subscribers, and if that's the motivation behind the channel. But this is what she wrote. But Kaylee, is this your main intention, to build a channel, or creating a channel is a product of your main intentions? Isn't this channel an extension of your intentions rather than the intention itself? I don't say one is wrong and the other is right. I ask because I'm curious and I believe questions can clarify a lot of stuff. And that was from the Nettle. The Nettle, you are fabulous. I love you so much. Because I then started talking to my daughter about this, and I wrote down, take the external world as punishment, but it's not okay to take the external world as validation. It was really interesting. And I don't know if that's kind of where the comment was going, but this is where my brain has gone. And I wanted to share it because I move about in a world as almost like an internal, external extrovert, hang on a minute, internal. No, wait, what am I thinking? Let me just do this quickly. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that's still working because my cat is here again. So I am an external introvert and an extrovert. Okay, now I'm just confused. Welcome to my morning brain. Oh my God, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. I don't normally do videos this early, and my brain is just going, what are you doing? Why are you doing this video? It doesn't make sense that you're doing this video. It's too early in the morning. Not only is it too early in the morning, oh, here we go. This is what my brain's doing. Not only is it too early in the morning, but you're seeking validation from an external source when you're not supposed to seek validation from an external source. You're supposed to seek validation from an internal source because no one in your external world ever validates you. So you need to turn it around and make sure it's internal validation. But my internal validation is really messed up right now. And so I get zero validation. Because if you grow up in an environment where you did not get validation for pretty much anything, or the only validation you received was in the form of punishment, then what you're going to do is you're going to move about the world and punish yourself for any form of validation, whether it's really internal or external. And if you do get good external validation, somebody does praise you, then you will turn that into a punishment because then you will punish yourself for receiving external validation. And here's the fantastic thing that I have had to almost undo is the whole law of attraction spirituality thing, which is, and also the trauma, a lot of the trauma stuff is also about do not take external validation, because otherwise your life will be meaningless because you'll be constantly seeking external validation and it will never mean anything. So you need to seek internal validation. But the hypocrisy of all of that is that if you are actually really truly raised with massive amounts of trauma, you have not received any external validation. So you move about the world constantly craving external validation while not being able to internally validate yourself because there was no validation example to teach you how to validate anything at all, whether internal or external. So then your brain, because if you come from a trauma brain, then you are obviously going to punish yourself just for the fact that you exist. So whether you seek internal validation or external validation is irrelevant. You're still going to come back to the exact same point, which is punishment. And that's why I loved what all of this sparked, because I have watched my brain, when I read the comment this morning, my brain went from actually feeling relatively good about myself because I had a couple of beautiful comments yesterday from one marvelous human being who I appreciate so much right now, to You're feeling good about yourself because you had external validation, and you're not allowed to have external validation because in your world, you're constantly seeking external validation. You can only have internal validation. So now you need to stop the external validation, find the internal validation, which doesn't exist because you live in a punishment world. Holy dooly. So this is what I get to wake up to this morning just for feeling good about myself because somebody wrote something nice. I mean, seriously. And it does not help that this shit is actually enabled by the external world. That this stuff is actually enabled by people online who maybe don't really understand how trauma works, or they've gone through trauma, but they didn't go through this extent of trauma, where they are saying, if you use comments on YouTube as a way to validate yourself, then you're going to live an empty life, or it's going to be an empty vessel, or you're going to move around the world in an empty shell. However, it doesn't work like that. This is just where I'm coming from. I'm now, from after I just had this massive brain explosion this morning, looking at it from a very different perspective. I learned something huge this morning. And I'm so thankful because I'm now coming at it from, hang on a minute. Yes, there is internal validation. And yes, absolutely, internal validation is very important. And if you only have internal validation, then you are 100% relying on yourself to validate yourself 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That is exhausting. Instead, I'm going, yes, there is internal validation, and I absolutely appreciate the fact that I can now internally validate who I am as a human being, and I am moving more and more and more to expand that internal validation. Mother Gaia, God, universe, creator, whatever you want to call it, also put external validation on the world. And it is, I believe, a whole experience to receive internal validation and to receive external validation without the punishment. We don't need to punish ourselves because somebody said something nice on a YouTube channel and we feel good about ourselves. We don't have to punish ourselves. We don't have to punish ourselves because we look at our subscribers and we feel bad. In that moment when you feel bad, yes, okay, you have the opportunity to then use that bad feeling to fuel a bad day, or you have that opportunity to look at that bad feeling and go, okay, I feel bad about something that is being created in the external world, and that's okay. I don't have to punish myself for it. There's so much of all of these experiences we have in the world, which is based around punishment. We punish ourselves if we feel good, punish ourselves if we feel bad. We punish ourselves if someone says something good. We punish ourselves if someone says something bad. We're just finding all of these reasons to punish ourselves because that's what those of us that are massive trauma enhanced human beings do. We are just looking for reasons to punish ourselves. That's what we do. That is our upbringing. When you are raised in an environment where you are just constantly being punished just for the fact that you breathe air on this earth, which is my reality, might be your reality too, might not be. If it's not, awesome. Maybe this doesn't resonate with you. But if you are someone that is put on this earth and just the fact that you breathe was enough of a reason for you to be punished, you are going to move about the world believing that every cause is a reason to be punished. And you are also going to find things. You are going to find YouTube videos. You are going to find therapists. You are going to find friends. You are going to find everything that validates your need for punishment. And that's exactly what I've done is I have found all of these beautiful human beings over the last, I don't know how many years while I've been working through this, that just punish me even for feeling good. There are times where I've felt good about something and then I'll watch a video and it will, I kid you not, it will say, you're not supposed to feel good about this experience. Let's use external validation. You're not supposed to feel good about external validation. This is how I interpret it. Whether it is that way or not, I don't know, but this is how my brain interprets it. Because you are not supposed to feel good about comments on your YouTube channel or about subscribers, because then you'll move about the world as a person that is fueled by that. And yes, absolutely, there is this balance that I don't think I finished what I was saying before. Okay, so this is the second part to what I was saying, is that yes, you have the internal validation, and that is something that you work on and thrive on and feel thankful for and feel all the happy vibes about. But then you've also got external validation. And Mother Gaia and the God in the universe, this is what I was saying, put external validation on this earth so we could receive it. They didn't put it there as a reason for us to punish ourselves. They put it on this earth as a reason for us to receive energy, receive kindness, receive empathy, receive compassion, receive thoughtfulness, receive people who are beautiful human beings into our world. And that is something that I really think is lacking in the world and in a lot of these trauma things, and in a lot of people that are saying don't use your subscriber base as a reason to create your channel. And no, absolutely don't use it as a reason to create your channel. And I will do another video about this, because there is a part of me that is, there's a pattern that is using it as a way to create money. So I want to unpack that, because I think that's such an interesting topic. But right now, it's absolutely try not to use it as your reason to live, if you're creating a YouTube channel purely for the likes, because you want validation, because you need validation, because you can't exist without it, then yes, absolutely, you have a problem. And that is an opportunity for you to turn around and go, hang on a minute, if I'm existing based on external validation, then I need to turn that around and start validating myself first. I'm lacking in internal validation, and I need to temporarily put a pause on the external validation to learn how to increase my internal validation. But if you're in a world where you don't have internal or external validation, or you crave the external validation and you also crave the internal validation, and you're lacking in both, then you need to come back to what I did, which was basically put myself in a bubble, and I started on the internal validation first. And now, and I hope this is making sense. It's kind of unraveling in my brain as I'm talking about it. But now, as I am sitting here looking at these comments and feeling good about myself and feeling that part that wants to punish me, and then hearing validation, external validation is put here for a reason. And if used well or balanced or wisely or in alignment, whatever word you want to use for it, when it is received in the best way possible, then it is a gift. External validation is a gift. It is not a curse. It is not meant to be a punishment. And it is not meant to be something that is bad. It's not meant to be a fuel. It's a gift. It's something that we get to receive with thanks and appreciation. I think anything outside of that is a trauma story and a trauma pattern and an opportunity to work. But I want to bring myself into this space, which I really didn't allow myself to receive until this morning, until this beautiful human being wrote this comment, where I sat and I went, wow, okay, so this is a new learning for me. External validation is meant to be a gift, and I'm meant to be allowed to receive it. Wow, okay, I'm going to sit with that. And that's kind of where I am today. And thank you so much for your beautiful comment, because it has really unpacked and unraveled this space in myself where the punishment has now dropped, and the allowing and the appreciation to receive the gift of external validation has just magically appeared. So that's what I wanted to jump on and say. I hope this made sense. I know there was a lot of rambling, and this is me. Sorry, excuse me. This is me in real time trying to unravel the chaotic noise in my brain to find the center, to find the balance, and to find the truth in the chaos. And the truth is that I'm allowed to receive the gift of external validation. The chaos was all the punishment and the noise and the confusion and the stories and the patterns and all the different past experiences, but also all the different YouTube videos that I've been watching that are enabling all the past experiences and all the noise and all the chaos, instead of coming back to, well, what is it really? What is the truth? The truth is internal validation is a gift, and it is something I've had to work towards creating for myself. And receiving external validation is actually a gift too. So that's what I wanted to do. I now need to go and get ready to go out because I'm taking my daughter out to the park. So thank you very much. If you put up with this crazy chaos in my brain, I really appreciate it. And I hope it helps. Have a fabulous day, evening, night, afternoon. And yeah, see if you can find a moment of peace in the chaos because it really does exist. Bye for now.